Yo, what it do, family? High value basketball. We are back once again with the best basketball commentary on this side of the planet, you dig? Well, we have some interesting info going on. Some hot family style drama gossip in the NBA streets for Jalen Rose. For those who do not know and are just now finding out, he is having an issue with his sister, Tamar Rose, who is upset and is using her social media on Instagram to blast out her brother for selling, quote unquote, her mama's house that she currently lives in. So she is trying to make him look like a villain, and she is all out in these streets trying to shame the man in the worst kind of way. And first, let's just get into the video and y'all gonna see the take of it right now.
Clothes and getting my summer stuff ready and trying to continue to be healthy, but then I got to keep dealing with this idiot and this foolishness. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. Do not go in there. Don't go in my mother's room. Do not go in my mother's room. My mother just died last year, okay? And you bringing strangers all in here, Jalen Rose, to walk to your mother's house that you love so much, that you trying to sell her house a year after she passed while your sister's still living here in it. And you had the audacity to call me a squatter when I took care of her mother and her grandmother in this house. You got a lot of nerve, Jalen Rose. You got a lot of nerve. And I hope the whole world see how much nerve you got now and how fake and phony you been talking about how much love you got for your mother and your family. Mighty funny. The man with the mic ain't got nothing to say today. Ain't that strange? Ain't that strange? How you gonna sell a house somebody live in and been living in for the last 3 years and not communicate? This what this guy is on.
So boom. Yeah, man. We got a whole lot right here, man. We got a whole lot of drama, a lot of dramatics, a lot of belly aching going on here. Now, I just got to keep it real, y'all. I got to keep it real. Looking more into this whole situation, y'all, Jalen Rose is not the villain that his sister's trying to make him out to be. And for real, she's being dramatic. And yeah, man, because for starters, and really the beginning of the end, that's not her mama's house. The way she trying to frame it, she trying to make it seem like he is selling the house that's their family legacy house that they all grew up in, and that's Big Mama house, and he getting rid of it, No, that's his house. Jalen Rose bought his mom that house when he became an NBA player. His name is on that house. He probably still paying the mortgage on it. You know, there's 30-year mortgages. His NBA career was only, it wasn't 30 years. It ain't been that long. So he probably still paying on the house. And oh yeah, the man as well doesn't play in the NBA anymore. So he's not getting big time NBA checks. Of course, he's getting paid on ESPN, but I doubt that he's getting paid millions a year on there the same way he was getting paid in the NBA. So the man doesn't have the finances probably to continue to just be having what clearly is a very large, nice house. You saw the upstairs, you saw, the open floor plan of the downstairs and the big kitchen and all of that. So it was a very decent size house that the man is clearly paying for. And his sister, well, sorry, ma'am. I know that she tried to really put it out there that, she'd been living there for 3 years and she been taking care of mama because mama was sick and she was the one that was there. Yeah, she going hardcore, y'all, on pulling the sympathy card. She going hardcore on that. And I ain't even being judgmental. I'm being given a good assessment because I done seen this type of stuff before. I done literally seen it in real life with something very similar, if not the exact same thing, darn near. I done seen this where the lady in the house, the sister, is, like he said, a squatter. Low key, she's a squatter because in her rant, in her trying to draw up sympathy, why did she leave out the fact that he promised to keep the house? Why did she leave out the fact that he promised to let her stay there? Why were those two very integral things not a part of her ranting and raving and her crying on the internet, trying to make him look bad? If you're trying to make somebody look bad in an instance like this, wouldn't you include the fact that they promised to keep you there and then they now sweeping the rug up from under you? That would be, especially, and again, I'm not no woman basher, woman hater. I ain't one of those. I know this is high value basketball, but this is not Kevin Samuels. I'm not one of those that just be calling out women like that. But in this particular instance, you know how women, like, if women gets into some pout, or women get into some argument, or women get into some defense mode, and they got to get into this, this state of being that she in. You know that they remember everything and they bring up every slight that you done had and everything that you done ever did wrong. Like, and they remember it in vivid detail to the T, don't they, fellas, when you get an argument with the ladies? Well, she didn't put that part in there. That reveals to me that part wasn't there. That's why. That's Jalen's house. And you know what happened? She cozied herself on up in there, went that same route. Jalen said, you know what? I'll pay for the house. I'll take care of everybody in there. And she thought, and she was a part of the clause and being included to being taken care of, because she was going to take care of mama. Mama was sick, and she going to sacrifice whatever type of little job she probably did or did not have. Most likely did not. She's so upset right now because most likely, like he said, she's a squatter. She sat there and used the reason or the excuse of her mama being sick to live up in that house, to not work, to not do nothing to progress herself, and to be all cozy on Jalen's wallet, soak up all his money, eat up all his food, and post up and think that it's all gravy train while she's sitting there and ride out on mama's sickness. And that's just keeping it real. Jalen Rose knew that, and he was cool with it for while mama was alive. Mama done died, and now, as she done said it with her own self in this silly video she putting out, it's been a year. It's been a year. Yeah, chick, it's been a year. What the hell? It's my house. I pay for that. I bought that when I was an adult. That's my asset that I don't want to have no more. That house has gained in value. For however long he done had the house, I'll probably say he done had the house 10, 15 years, 15 years tops. That house value has gone up since he bought that. That property value is up. The house probably worth double damn near. You dang right he's selling the house. That man need the money. Forget what you saying. That man is a businessman. And so here she go over here. This is again how you know that her dramatics and all her showing out and putting on, this is her really crying wolf for the fact that she has not been doing what she needs to do. Now she terrified because she got to scramble and get herself together, find herself somewhere to go, because she ain't been putting herself in no kind of position to do anything. The man is all in there showing what clearly is like a realtor or somebody doing a house assessment, something like that. And she all, don't go where my mama around. Don't go where my mama around. When fellas, y'all know, when a lady starts misdirecting and starts focusing on things that are completely aside from whatever the conversation is, the argument is, whatever is the at hand, and they start focusing on some entirely unrelated BS on to the left or to the right, that's when you know that they know that they are caught red-handed, or that they are pressed against the wall, or that they are dead wrong in their assessment, in their position, and then they taking their perspective. They know it. But for whatever that weird mechanism is inside a woman that just completely has them go be bat crazy, she has entered into that space because she know that she done got pushed up against that wall because she is so out of pocket with her life. You see what that lady look like, man. And then I don't care what y'all say. Ain't be no judge. I see it. I know my people. I know what I'm looking at when I see it. She a bum. She all in there. The way that she don't even take care of herself. She in there looking a hot mess. You got a free house that your brother paid for, and you don't got that bill and overhead, and you over there inside the house looking like you in the hood. You look a hot mess. Hair is fried up. Like Like what? You're looking at 2 cent, like you can't ready, like you are not ready to go outside. But your old self, mind you, cause she clearly is an older adult. She's in her late 30s. I'm being nice. She's probably in her 40s. Late 30s. And she in her old late 30s self gonna get on Instagram Live. You get your old self on basically a kids app and do just like these kids trying to do world star hip hop style reenactments in their own personal life because they are influenced to follow behind what the goofies are telling to do to ruin the goddamn culture. And your old self get on live and try to blast him out just like a kid would on the new wave of culture media. Lady, go somewhere. And in terms of Jalen Rose, go somewhere literally. You got to go. You got to go, yo. For anybody who doesn't get it, to just drive it home, the man is not beholden to his sister if he did not promise to keep that house for her. He is beholden to his mother, who he bought the house for, who was no longer there. The home is in his name. Therefore, he is the person who is in control and can do whatever he wants to do with it. The only stake of claim that she may possibly have, which again, in her argument style, which she did not bring up and did not use for her sympathy, which should have been central to her argument, she threw in at the end as he walking out. You ain't communicate with me in 3 years. Now you just walk in here and told me you finna sell the house. So she gonna try to make a whole sympathy frame that he ain't spoke to her at all in 3 years, ice cold. But then he just gonna randomly call and say, hey, I'm selling the house. And he walking out up in there a day later or something. And now she caught blindsided completely because he don't talk to her whatsoever. And now she don't know what to do because she about to be out on her own. BS. Because you see why? That's BS. Jalen didn't even respond to that. He didn't respond, one, of course, to none of that stuff because he had to do what he had to do, minus her showing out. You see the realtor person or the assessment person didn't respond, so Jalen already then coached her and let her know what's going on. And 3, like I said, when he's leaving, and then she throw that out when he's leaving, typical woman tactic. Fellas, again, you know when you win in the argument or you in a good space, what happened? You try to leave or something. Man, I ain't got no time for this, y'all. I'm leaving. And what do? They throw some crazy low blow right at the knees type of comment, some out of pocket craziness that make you want to throw the door shut and stay in there and start arguing with them. That's exactly what she tried to pull just then. With that, and you ain't said nothing to nobody ever at all. That's not true. They've been in communication. Of course, she didn't know that he was gonna sell the house. That's his business. But he been communicating with her. She know what time it is. And yo, I'm with Jalen Rose, fam. This is crazy. This is not news other than the fact just to shut her down to make sure we protect the image of Jalen Rose. Family drama is family drama, yo. This shouldn't even be out in the streets. The fact that it is out on the street shows the type of folks that we dealing with here. And Jalen ain't the problem, yo. So, hey, high value basketball. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, family. Peace.